I'm curious about, and you invested recently $1 billion in driverless cars. So why build driverless cars as opposed to just partnering with a Waymo or an Uber and using their technology? Why build it yourself?
Because we actually think our technology makes a lot of sense, and also, we know how to make things, and importantly, we know how to integrate technology into what we make. I think if we were having this discussion a couple of years ago, it might have been Silicon Valley versus Detroit. Well, what's happened is there's been a growing recognition of the intellectual property that we actually have in the autos. So there's much more now of a partnership approach than there was, 2-3 years ago.
What's the thing that worries you most about the future of transportation, and what excites you the most?
We can have an incredible impact on people's lives. We can make living in cities much better. We can enable the movement of healthcare and food in cities, and most importantly, the biggest predictor of getting out of poverty is being able to get to where the jobs are.
What will that look like? Getting in a driverless car, getting in a shared vehicle?
Everything should be on a single network in a city. So you should be able to say, I'm here, I want to get there. And you will have a menu of choices which will enable you to get there. And it could be based upon how quickly you want to get there, how much you want to pay to get there. What worries me
worries you?
about technology, a lot of the big societal issues we have to address, and people aren't thinking about them, the ethics of autonomy. Vehicles will have the ability to actually make decisions. Do I, injure this pedestrian or that pedestrian? Or do I injure the occupant of the car to save 10 other people? And who's going to make that decision? Not an individual manufacturer, society, but where those decisions are going to be made and who's going to have that discussion. Another thing that worries me is there are going to be a lot of jobs lost through here. Truck drivers, in many states it's the #1 employment. Taxi drivers, Uber drivers.
And the largest job category for working class men.
Exactly. So two things. One is education in schools in terms of what skills are going to be needed for this new world. But that will be the easier part. The harder part are people who are mid-career that now wake up and technology has displaced what they do. How are we going to enable them to have a great life going forward with a different skill set? So these are all things I think that as a society we need to be talking about.